Hey, I want to talk about the difference in being a company driver somewhere and a owner operator. I've been an owner operator several different times, and I had to learn lessons. Some of them was stuff that I couldn't help, but it's stuff that just happens. But anyway, like there's so many of you that I have seen become owner operators in the last um, 5 years, and I've seen a lot of them come and go at my company. I've seen them at other places, come and go, and I've seen some become super successful and that are thriving and doing amazing, and I've seen others fail at it. And anyway, I think a lot of the failures are because people still think like an employee that become owner operators, and you have to change your whole mindset. Like, it's completely different being an owner operator, because when you're an owner operator, you're starting a business. That your situation becomes a business. You're not an employee anymore. You are a business. An owner operator is a business. Like, you are running a truck. You are depending on it, the load getting there. You are having to make decisions on where to buy fuel, or to get a fuel card, or how to save money on fuel. You're having to make the decisions on where to get stuff repaired. You're having to make the decisions, if my truck breaks down, what can I do to still get the load there, and what can I do to make money while my truck is being, sitting still. Also, you have to learn how to pass out business cards. If you're stuck in a town and there's no loads on the load board, you got to think, what can I do to get a load? You can make a Facebook post. You can go drive around that town and start passing out business cards. You can come up with ways to find a load. You can call a broker that you know, or a few brokers that you know. You can email a few brokers that you know. You can do something. You may not always get a load, but you could figure out something. But yeah, I didn't rehearse this. I didn't make notes, but I'm just speaking off the cuff here. I hope this helps some of y'all. So yeah, like, you gotta be able to think. You gotta use your head. That's what it's for. And I've seen so many of you still think like an employee. Like, okay, my trailer's down, my truck's down, and you just sit there and you don't do nothing. You don't think, okay, what can I do to make money while I'm in this situation? Well, you can use your truck as a power only rig. If your trailer's down, you can haul campers, you can haul boats, you can do courier stuff, you can haul parts around in your back seat, you can haul parts around in the bed of your truck, you can haul mulch, you can do something with that truck. If it's a semi, you can do power only loads for JB Hunt or for Amazon, or you can haul grain for farmers or something. You can do something. You got to think. You got to think, people. Think. And also, another thing you should do if you have your own truck is, if you're owner operator, you've got to learn how to save money. Do not spend everything you make. You've got to keep that business alive. And trucks break down, trailers break down, unexpected things happen. You get an insurance bill sometimes that's more than what it was supposed to be. Just so many different things. Or you're stuck somewhere having to deadhead. So, just all kinds of things like that happen. Or you get your truck repaired and you get charged way more than you're supposed to get charged. And you've got to learn to save money. You gotta put some money back after every load. You got to put some money away every single time. Save some money. I know money is worth less and less and less all the time because they keep printing too much of it. But anyway, listen to Dave Ramsey a little bit and save some of it, invest some of it. Just do not spend everything. Every time you get a a big check from doing a big load, don't go blow it on garbage. Don't go blow it on a bunch of toys. Don't go blow it on a bunch of stuff you don't really need. You know, don't do that. I'm not saying not reward yourself every once in a while and buy yourself something, or take your woman out to a nice dinner or a weekend getaway or something. Or I'm not saying don't do that, but just be disciplined about it. Be smart about it. Don't do it until you've got some saved up. So yeah, save some money, because things will break down. Like my truck is acting up right now, and it's been down probably a total of this will make about a month and a half, or no, I mean a month and 1 week. So however long it's down now, it'll probably add up to a little over a month and a week that it's been down, in a little less than a year. So during all that time, I did other stuff. I had an older truck as a spare, and I used that truck to pull a small bumper trailer, and I also used it to pull one of my other gooseneck trailers, and I delivered some other loads, and you know, in like a week and a half, I made like $7,500 with it gross. So yeah, like everybody told me to sell that truck because it was sitting for about 6 months when I first bought this new one, and I didn't listen to everybody, because all them people, they didn't have a trucking business. They had never done a trucking business before, a hot shot trucking business, and their truck broke down and they didn't have nothing to do. I had that happen to me in 2018. So I've been there. So I learned it's good to have a spare, you know, even if it's not the best, not the newest or whatever, it's good to have a spare truck. Okay, if you have a semi, it's good to have a spare semi. If you have a hot shot business, it's good to have a spare hot shot truck where you can still do something, you know, where you're not, you know, stuck, not being able to make anything. Or also, if you have a semi business, a trucking business, have enough money where you can rent a truck while your semi's down, where you can still make money. Because, you know, nobody's here to save you. You know, it's up to you. You know, you can pray, you can do that, and I believe God will make a way, but he gives us enough common sense, you know, to, you know, do something. Yeah. But anyway, I hope this helps some of y'all. But I just, you know, I can't say it enough. When you become an owner-operator, it's a business. It's not, you're not an employee anymore. You have to think for yourself. You have to make wise decisions. You have to make the decision. What am I going to do if this happens to still get the load there? What am I going to do if the truck breaks down while it's down? What am I going to do to still make money? What am I going to do to still pay my insurance? What am I going to do to still, you know, keep moving forward? So yeah, hope it helps y'all, for real. But I may have left out something, probably did, but I had a wild night last night. Hair's wild. But anyway, hope y'all have a great day. Talk to you soon.